Hi guys, welcome back to the home and homestead. Today we're outside doing a little early spring planting. We have some bulbs we're putting in the ground around the property. We have some Forever Susan lilies like are on camera right now that we're placing in various areas, and we will be digging up a bush that wasn't doing too well after some late summer and winter storms. Doesn't look like it's coming back very good, so we're pulling that out. We're going to plant a hydrangea bush in the area. Hopefully that'll fill in nicely with some pretty flowers, and I'll get some gladiolus in the ground, some by the raspberry bushes that if you watched our last in the yard video, we pulled out some raspberry plants we didn't want anymore, and I'll put some gladiolus in there for cutting, and I'll put a different variety of some gladiola flowers to cut by some Shasta daisies we have in the yard. So follow along and watch us do a little digging up and planting of things around the yard. So here's the root system of the bush that my husband dug up. You can see on the top here, this is where it was really damaged. The branch was damaged by wind and it broke during the late summer and winter. So on this corner here, where my husband's digging, we'll put the hydrangea plant, and hopefully that'll fill in nicely, and we'll have beautiful hydrangea flowers on the corner of our house. Okay, so we have the hydrangea plant in place. We'll add a little more soil on top to give it some added nutrients, and we'll put the landscape fabric and rocks back in place. Over here we have another bush that's similar to that one, and in 3 different areas, here, and back over there. I pulled out some little ground cover bushes we have, and I planted some Forever Susan lilies. They should be really bright and beautiful. We have some yellow and orange ones over here, so they should be a really nice pop of color for this area. So now over here, I'm going to do one more planting of the Forever Susan lilies. Up here is a cluster of bright yellow lily, so I'm planning to make a little area here and put the Forever Susan lilies in, which will be of this coloring. All right, so let's clear off the stones here and get these lily bulbs in the ground. A little landscape fabric, then I'll cut away a circle. Then you want to plant the bulbs. You should do 3 per square foot. So I'll plant 3 bulbs in this little area here. This is about 6 inches deep. That's the depth you want to plant these bulbs. Here's the bulb, the little root systems here. And this will be where it sprouts up. It kind of looks like a garlic clove or a garlic cluster. Stick that in the ground. Get the other 2 in. Coloring on these lilies is really striking, so I hope that they produce like this as well. And I picked them up from the nursery. The store clerk was interested to see if they were going to look like that as well, or how they do. They wanted me to stop in the store and let them know how they turned out. So we'll see. There we go. Get the rocks around here again. Here's where we have the Shasta daisies, and I'm going to put a little area of Priscilla gladiolas on either side. I'll probably put a border fence here like we have by the raspberries. I'll see if I can pick up some more of those and replace this white fencing. I just had this so that when the daisy plants were growing, they wouldn't tip over all the way. Okay, so over here we'll be planting the Priscilla gladiolas. They're real pretty, bright pink on the outside, and there's white petals, and the inside is a nice bright yellow. So I thought that might be real nice next to the Shasta daisies. So let's get these planted. You want to stagger planting of the Gladiolus because they'll grow and then you can cut them, and then if you want to keep cutting them throughout the summer, you want to stagger the planting. They'll go 4 inches deep and about 5 inches apart. There's 15 in a bag, so I'll probably plant half of a bag today, and then I'll wait a week and plant another half of a bag and just stagger like that, maybe 4 plantings, so I'll have 4 weeks or more of planting. These are similar little roots here, and here's the top. See, it's kind of sprouting out here. Okay, and we'll go move to the other side. We had some pavers here we put long ago. I think I'll dig them up and put them somewhere else. Okay. Here we have our raspberry patch, and I'll be putting some multicolored gladiolus all along this border fence here. And I'll use those for fresh cuttings and things like that. Plus it will look nice and colorful once they start blooming. Here are the mixed gladiolus, so there's all different colors as you can see. Red, orange, yellow, peach, kind of fuchsia, purple, light pink. And there's 30 in this package. So again, I'll kind of stagger the planting, and so I'll plant some today, and then next week I'll plant some more and just keep going on until they've been all planted. Let's get these in the ground. Alrighty, so we got the gladiolus in. So over here we have 2 volunteer blue spruce trees in our rock garden. We have one here. Here's the other volunteer blue spruce. So we're going to be transplanting these toward the back of our property, and we'll show you where we're going to put them later. Here we have our little volunteer blue spruce trees planted towards the back of our grass in our property. The larger ones here and the little baby ones back there. Hopefully they'll grow big and tall like these other trees we have here. Here we have a little lily patch, and we have it bordered with stone all along here. I purchased more of the border fence panels, and I'm going to place them along here, as well as in this section here where the daisies are, and I planted some gladiola bulbs on either side here, the Priscilla variety. So let's get those panels placed. So the border fence panels I picked up were the lattice pattern. It's kind of rounded, from my local home improvement store. They also have a very pretty mission style one at the store. However, they did not have enough in stock for me to do this project, and I wanted to just get it done. I thought these were very attractive as well. I will link in the description box below the mission style. They have them on Amazon, and I'll see if I can find a similar one to this as well, just in case you don't have a local store that carries products like this or enough that you might need for your project. So what I like to do is kind of lay them out first and see how I like the spacing, and then you just simply press them into the ground. That looks about even. They're pretty easy to move. Depending on your climate, you can leave them out all winter. We leave ours out around the raspberries, or you can bring them in. This white fencing I had kind of just done temporarily. Can always put that somewhere else, I'm sure. I think I like a little space between them better. I'm just kind of playing around with it. They're so easy to adjust that it's not that big of a deal. There. I'll work on the other side. This will kind of just serve as an enclosure for the flowers that we'll have in place and help kind of keep the lilies and daisies upright a little bit because they get rather tall. It'll keep them from falling over onto the ground. There we go. So this border fence panel project is finished. And then last but not least, we're going to be planting two red hydrangea plants, one about here and one over here. So they'll cover up our downspout and our little outdoor container here, and hopefully fill in that space real nice and have pretty red hydrangea plants for us. Alright, so let's get these red hydrangeas in the ground here. This is where one of the smaller volunteer spruce trees was previously. When I was digging out the soil for planting the Gladiolus bulbs in that area I just finished the border fencing on, I found these 3 pavers. So I put them in our raspberry patch so we can step on them when we're harvesting raspberries, and over time it'll likely fill in that area, but for now I thought it was a good use for something I just found in the yard. Well, I hope you enjoyed our time together in the yard and taking care of some of these spring projects and planting of bulbs and just adding decorative touches here and there. I hope that inspired you to get out in your yard and do some little improvements and spring planting yourself. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. Hope you're having a wonderful day. See you next time. Take care.